Natalie Don.
Thank you, Presiding Officer. Research from the Work Foundation at Lancaster University has found that, unless delayed or amended, the UK Government's retained EU law bill will put the rights and protection of more than 8.6 million UK workers at risk, with women accounting for around 6 million of those who will be most affected. Can the First Minister advise what assessment the Scottish Government has made of the impact which this bill will have on workers in Scotland, and in particular women in the Scottish workforce? And can she provide any information about what assessment has been made as to the impact which this bill could have on devolved responsibilities?
First Minister.
Well, Natalie Don is right to raise this issue. The bill risks damaging a range of sectors, including protections for workers gained over 40 years of EU membership. Unison describe it as, and I'm quoting, an attack on working women, and indeed the fact that the bill was promoted previously by Jacob Rees-Mogg when he was in government and is supported by hard Brexiteers, I think is evidence of the race to the bottom ideology that lies behind these proposals. This Parliament, of course, has called for the bill to be scrapped, and if the UK Government had any respect for devolution, which I think is now obvious it doesn't, that is exactly what would happen. If this bill proceeds, and we will continue to argue against it as hard as we can, we will do everything possible to limit the damage to Scotland. But of course, by giving UK ministers the power to legislate in devolved matters without the consent of this chamber, it's yet another example of the growing threat and the very, very real threat this UK Government now poses to the Scottish Parliament.